Hi everyone, my name is Rapunzel B. Hesta, and for today's content, we are going to discuss our topic. So before anything else, I would like to introduce to you our topic. So our topic is all about the minutes of the meeting. So now let's start. So first, what is minutes of the meeting?
Minutes of the meeting, or sometimes called meeting minutes, can be defined as written or recorded documentation that is used to inform people of what happened during the meeting and define the next step plan.
So according to meetingking.com, provides a written record of what was agreed at a meeting. So good meeting minutes tell people what was decided and what they need to achieve and by what date. So when meeting minutes are received, it jogs memories about tasks that people need to do. If a task is not performed, then you can refer back to the minutes of meeting to follow up on it.
Every minute of the meeting is very important, especially during board meetings, annual meetings, and other executive meetings should be recorded so that none of the agenda will be overlooked. Without meeting minutes, you have no recourse if an action was not carried out. In the worst case, if meeting minutes is not written, you may end up having to repeat the meeting. So this is how we create the minutes of the meeting. So first, we have the heading. So heading contains the complete name and the address of the company. Every company has its own template for heading. Sometimes company contact number and email address are included in this part. Second, the title of the meeting. The title of the meeting includes the date, day, and starting time of the meeting. Also, the venue or location of the meeting is included. The third one is attendance. Is the complete list of names of all the attendances of the meeting. Most of the time, the attendance of the meeting is listed on a separate sheet of paper that is being attached to the minutes of the meeting. So the attendance of the meeting is divided into three components. So first is the present. The complete list of names of all those who are present at the meeting. The second is regrets. The complete list of names of those who have contacted the chairman or presider to let them know that they will be unable to attend the scheduled meeting. And the third one is absent. The complete list of those who are absent at the meeting. Usually, the attendance of the meeting is being checked, monitored, and approved by the corporate secretary. The general rule in establishing the quorum of the meeting is half plus one of the total number of the attendances. The fourth one in creating the minutes of the meeting is call to order. Consists of the exact time of the scheduled meeting. Moreover, in this part, the complete name and position or designation of the one who set the meeting is stated. You may refer to the notice of meeting for the details needed in this part. So the fifth one is approval of the minutes of the previous meeting. Contains the motion to approve the minutes of the previous or last meeting as curriculated, to approve the minutes as amended. So the attendance of the meeting may correct or revise the minutes of the previous meeting. So the sixth one is the business arising from the previous minutes of the meeting. Includes some agenda from the previous meeting that are needed to be reviewed and needed to take immediate action. And the seventh one is the new business. Refers to the agenda of the meeting. You may refer to the notice of meeting to follow the flow of the agenda of the meeting. Other agenda that are not listed may be added in the other matters. This is the heart of every minutes of the meeting. This part should be carefully written. Every detail should be included and specified so that nothing will be overlooked. So the eighth is adjournment. Is composed of the exact time the meeting was adjourned or ended by the chairman or presider. And the last one, so signature, contains the signature over complete name of the corporate secretary who prepared the minutes of the meeting. The corporate secretary should be keep in recording the minutes of the meeting and be careful in writing them down. So, I have here the sample of the minutes of the meeting. I have here another example.
So now let's have our next reporter, Ms. Roxanne Kaibigan, for further discussions about this topic.
Hello everyone! So, good afternoon. I am Roxanne Santoyo Kaibigan and I am going to tackle about the sample minutes of the meeting. So, every company has its own format or template for the minutes of the meeting. And it depends on how the companies use the document. So, minutes of the meeting are also defined as the recorded documentation that is used to inform people of what happened during the meeting and define the next step planned. On this moment, I will show you a sample of a minutes of the meeting. As we can see, there is a heading where it contains the name of the company as well as the address of the company. Golden Eagle Construction, BC3 Building, Vito Cruz, Manila. And then, followed by the title of the meeting, where it contains the date, day, starting time, and the venue. Minutes of the meeting, September 13, 2017, Wednesday, 9 a.m. at Newport Auditorium, BC3 Building, Vito Cruz, Manila. Third, we have there the attendance. It was indicated in the sample. And then the fourth one is the call to order. It consists the exact time of the scheduled meeting. So the meeting there was called to order at 10 a.m. And then the complete name and position of the one who set the meeting, who is Engineer Antonio de la Merced, President and CEO of the Golden Eagle Construction. Next, we have their approval of the minutes of the meeting. So, it was indicated there none. So maybe there is nothing to correct or revise from the minutes of the meeting or from the minutes of the previous meeting. Then the other is the business arising from the previous minutes of the meeting, which is also indicated there as none, meaning to say there is nothing that needed to be reviewed and needed immediate action from the previous minutes of the meeting. And then the new business or agenda follows, which we call the heart of every minutes of the meeting. It indicated there the specific flow of the agenda of the meeting. So after the agenda, we have now the adjournment. From the word adjourned, meaning to say, it indicates here the exact time when the meeting was ended by the president. So the meeting was adjourned by the president at 11:46 a.m. Lastly, we have there the signature, which contains the signature of our complete name of the corporate secretary who prepared the minutes of the meeting, who is Raymond Sibuko, and was approved by the president or the CEO of the company, who is Engineer Antonio de la Merced. And that's all about the sample of the minutes of the meeting. Now, let's move forward to the homonyms. Homonyms are two or more words with the same spelling or pronunciation, but with different meanings. These words can sometimes be confusing, especially for children learning to spell them. For example, but. The word but. But can be an animal or can also be an object. Another is the word park. It could mean to park the car or could also be the park as a place. And there are so much more to that. So for further discussion about it, let us have Mr. Bayerkal to resume the discussion.
Homograph and homophones. What makes them different? Good day, everyone. I am Joshua Obiharo Bayarkal, and I will be discussing about homograph and homophones. So now let's talk first about homograph. When we say homo, everyone, it comes from the Greek word which means same, and graph meaning writing or to write. So when we say homograph, these are the words that have the same spelling but different in writing. Say for example, we have live, live, wend, wind, lead, lead. We know from a fact that when we say lead, it is parts of the elements of the periodical table or the periodic table. And when we say lead, it talks about a person who lead to a particular group of people. So to sum up, when we say homographed, these words are spelled the same but different in meaning. So, understood? Now let's jump to the homophones. When we say homo, once again, it talks about same, and phone, it talks about sounds. So homophones these are the words that have the same sound but different in meaning. An example, we have night, night, pray, pray. We also have be, to, and to. So in homophones, everyone, each of these words have the same sound or pronunciation, but different in meaning. So the question here is, what is the easy way to remember? No? So the best way to remember is to look the suffix of each words, the homograph and the homophones. In homograph, the suffix there is the graph, right? So when we say graph, it talks about to write. And homophones, it talks about the phone, which refers sounds. So I hope that you've understand about the difference of homograph and homophones. So that's all, and thank you so much everyone for listening. Thank you.